our energy in this room is dancing. And it's reflecting and bouncing and jumping for joy off of each other's movement and thoughts. It's creativity. It's love. Not disabilities, diffabilities. Can we maximize our potential? And Joe even recognizes that it's not just the potential of our body, but it's to the limits of our minds. That's his words. To maximize our potential to the limits of our minds. It doesn't mean there's a set regimen of exercise that has to be done. It means there's a person that needs to have a positive movement experience. How do we create that positive movement experience for an individual that has diffabilities? That's what we do in Polestar. We customize positive movement experience for people with diffabilities, whatever they are. Doesn't matter. We have people who specialize in working with amputees, with cardiopulmonary, with neurological impairments. We have a group that's now been going on for almost 4 years that Jared runs with Parkinson's patients. It's not just orthopedic. It's everybody. The aging. So many of you might be familiar with Dr. Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And basically how it plays out is that we have these physiological needs down the bottom. I could be in the middle of this dissertation and this talk right now, and if somebody puts a plastic bag around my head and cinches it up, I'm going to all of a sudden be more interested in air than talking to you. And I'll do whatever I have to do to be able to breathe again, right? Because that need of breath is so fundamental that it drives us. So can you imagine when people do not have some of these basic needs? We judge them, but we might not realize that they're missing some of their basic needs to even be able to conceive what it means to belong, what it means to have discipline, what it means to love, what it means to heal. There's an essence of love, there's an essence of belonging to Polestar. We've been accused of being a cult. We're not a cult. We're just a group of people that want to be able to be genuine. We love transparency. We're seeking for truth. We're looking for light. We want to heal. We want to be part of that energy. We want to be part of that new world emerging in healthcare. We want to make change. That's what we have in common. That's why we feel this bond. Actualizers tend to be unusually alive, engaged, and spontaneous. Didn't Joseph say that too? Weren't those his exact words? I mean, like, were these guys copying notes or something back in the early 1900s? That the purpose of contrology was to be able to live life's activities with spontaneous vigor and zest, is what Joe said. And that's what we're talking about here. He wanted people to be self-actualizers. How many of you have felt that moment in your life, somewhere that you felt that moment of just being alive, right? This is about self-actualization. We all have had those moments where we feel that, aha, I am human, I am alive, I am spirit, I am at peace. Movie, Hugo, I think it was called, and that little French boy standing in the clock tower, and he'd been orphaned, and he's looking out there, and his little friend is next to him, and he says, you know, my father taught me that every part of this machine has a purpose. And I can't help but think that every person alive, including me, has a purpose. We all have a purpose. We all have a potential.